Hi, I'm Stephen Brackett. Losing a loved one can be traumatic for anyone at any age, but helping your child transition through the experience of losing someone they love can sometimes feel impossible. I mean, how do you talk about the permanency of death and what it means when you're dealing with someone who's still learning what it means to be alive? Well, we have some tips. There are two really important things to keep in mind before you talk to your child about the death of a loved one. 1, don't expect your child to grieve the same way you do. She's her own unique person. And 2, because she is young, her reactions may be unpredictable. Her defense mechanisms and underdeveloped coping skills may take her all over the emotional and behavioral map. She may be crying inconsolably one minute and taking a play break the next. She may even start acting out or regressing in some ways, but it's okay. Believe it or not, these emotional and behavioral ups and downs are healthy and expected. Just hang in there with her, and you'll get through this together. Here are some more tips that you may find helpful. Tell her the truth, but do it in an age-appropriate way. Don't overshare. Answer her questions, but be careful not to project what you're feeling and experiencing onto her. You don't want to risk planting new fears or giving her something extra to worry about. As time goes on and she matures, the conversation will change and so will her questions. You may find that your child regresses a little bit, especially when it comes to separation anxiety. There are a lot of ways to work with that. Work with her teachers and other caregivers to come up with a plan to reassure your child that you will come back and she will be in good hands. Be direct. Young children struggle with the permanency of death, so you need to be as clear with them as possible. They're also very literal, so stay away from terms such as "went to sleep" or "went to a better place." The natural response for your child could be to develop issues with bedtime or to feel like somehow the death was her fault because she misbehaved or wasn't good enough. Every family is different and finds comfort in their own ways. Teach and encourage your child to embrace the way your family mourns. If your family has a set of rituals surrounding death, now would be a great time to share them. Allow her to participate as much as is appropriate and make sure she knows what those rituals will look like, so she knows what to expect. For example, if it's a funeral and she'll be attending, talk to her about what the service might look like, what the casket is for, and let her know ahead of time that some people may be crying, but the people around them will make sure they're okay. If you feel like these rituals might be too much for your child, do something else just for her. Consider adding some child-friendly elements into your traditions, such as planting a tree in the name of your loved one or creating a photo collage with pictures you've collected from all the people who knew them and cared about them. And finally, be your role model. Don't be afraid to say, "I don't know." You may hear a lot of questions like, "Why, Grandma? Did it hurt? Why are there wars, car accidents, diseases, etc.?" "I don't know" is a perfectly respectable answer. Don't be afraid to cry in front of or with your child. You're showing her that being sad is okay and that she isn't the only one missing the loved one. She is far more likely to feel supported instead of isolated in her grief. Keep your routines as much as possible. Especially in the beginning, it may seem impossible to go to the grocery store or take your child to piano lessons, but everyone needs something they can count on when everything else feels like it's falling apart. Show her that it's okay to laugh and be happy again. Tell funny stories about your loved one. Instead of allowing your loss to destroy family traditions, find a new way to incorporate the absent person. For example, ask her, "How would you like to honor Daddy on his birthday?" Let your child come up with ideas that will be meaningful to her so that she can keep your loved one in her heart as joyfully as possible. And this is super important. Take care of yourself. Ask for whatever help you need. It doesn't mean you can't handle it or you're a bad parent. It means you're letting the people who love you. The topic of death is never easy, and helping her process the realities of it can be heartbreaking. For more information on helping your child deal with the death of someone close to them, check out the Colorado Early Learning and Development Guidelines website. at earlylearningco.org. And don't forget, experience counts. Be part of the conversation. We have a new online community where you can share your challenges and experiences, get suggestions, find support, and meet other families just like yours. You're there for your child. Let us be there for you.